Hi, I am Aria, your AI financial advisor. I am here to show you what the financial system does not want you to figure out on your own. Two sisters grew up in the same house in Cincinnati, same parents, same schools, same city. At 67, the first sister retired with $1.6 million in investments. Her house was paid off. She spends winters in Portugal and has never once checked a menu price. The second sister retired the same year with $140,000 in savings, a mortgage with 9 years remaining, and a part-time bookkeeping job she cannot financially afford to leave. Same genes, same upbringing, same earning power for 30 years, two completely different retirements. The divergence did not happen in their 20s, when both were building careers. It did not happen in their 30s, when both were raising families. It happened entirely in one decade, their 40s, in a series of decisions that each seemed completely reasonable at the time. Today, I am going to show you exactly which 5 decisions separated those two stories, the real math behind each one, and what to do right now, regardless of how old you are. Your 40s sit at the intersection of 3 financial forces that do not align at any other point in your working life. The first force is peak earning power. For most professionals, income reaches its maximum somewhere between 42 and 55. The absolute dollars are higher than they have ever been, and statistically higher than they will ever be again. The second force is remaining compounding time. At 40, you still have 20 to 25 years before traditional retirement. A dollar invested at 40 becomes approximately $4 by 65 at historical market returns, roughly 8% annually. At 50, that same dollar becomes 2.5. At 55, it becomes 2. The compounding multiplier drops sharply with every passing year. Your 40s are the last decade where compounding can do genuinely heavy lifting. The third force is expense stabilization. By your 40s, many major expenses have peaked or begun declining. Children become more independent. The house you stretched to afford in your 30s now fits comfortably in your budget. Financial margin appears that simply did not exist before. The question is whether that margin flows to investments or gets absorbed by lifestyle expansion. In most households, it gets absorbed, and the consequences compound for 30 years. These 3 forces combine to create a decade of unusual leverage. The person who captures this alignment builds substantial wealth. The person who misses it faces mathematical constraints that more money later cannot fix. Decision 1. Housing. Your 40s often bring an urge to upgrade your living situation. The kids are bigger. You have genuinely earned success and want a home that reflects it. The mortgage payments feel completely manageable given your income. This single decision is quite possibly the most financially consequential choice of your life. The house upgrade does not cost you a bigger mortgage. It costs you over $1 million in the retirement you could have had. A family that upgrades from a $350,000 home to a $600,000 home increases their monthly housing cost by roughly $1,600 to $2,000. That is $18,000 to $24,000 annually that cannot be invested during the 25 years between age 40 and retirement. That annual difference, invested at 8% returns, compounds to between $900,000 and $1.3 million in retirement wealth. The house upgrade does not cost you a bigger mortgage. It costs you over $1 million in the retirement you could have had. Most people would never consciously make that trade. But most people do make it every day without running the numbers first. The families who stay in the modest home and invest the difference can retire earlier, work part-time in their 60s rather than full-time, help their children buy homes of their own, and absorb financial emergencies without catastrophe. Decision 2. Vehicles. A family running 2 $45,000 vehicles instead of 2 $28,000 vehicles carries approximately $34,000 more in auto debt, pays higher insurance premiums, and faces more expensive repairs across every service visit. Over time, accounting for how frequently vehicles are replaced, this vehicle premium costs between $200,000 and $400,000 in retirement wealth. A car gets you to the same destinations regardless of what it cost. The difference in your daily experience is marginal. The difference in your retirement is not. Decision 3. Children's education. Your 40s typically include the most expensive child-rearing years. Some families take on parent loans exceeding $100,000 to send children to prestigious universities. Others stop contributing to retirement entirely during the college years. Temporarily, they say. Each of these decisions mortgages the parent's retirement to fund the child's beginning. The child graduates into peak earning years with their entire career ahead of them. The parents enter their 50s with depleted savings and barely a decade to recover. The parents have no equivalent of a 40-year career runway. The families who navigate this successfully have uncomfortable conversations early. They require children to consider state universities with merit scholarships. They maintain retirement contributions even when college bills create pressure to stop, because the parents simply cannot afford not to. Decision 4. Career risk tolerance. Your 40s present real opportunities for significant income acceleration. Companies recruiting you for senior roles, startups offering equity, industries where your specific experience commands a premium you have not claimed yet. Many people become increasingly risk-averse in their 40s, precisely when they should be taking calculated risks. The 40s represent the last genuine window for income acceleration. By 50, hiring discrimination begins measurably affecting opportunities. The person who takes a strategic career risk at 43 has time to recover if it does not pay off. The person who waits until 53 often does not. The income difference between staying comfortable and pursuing growth can exceed $30,000 to $40,000 annually. Over 10 years, that is $300,000 to $400,000 in additional earnings. Before compounding. Decision 5. Lifestyle inflation acceptance. Let me show you exactly how these decisions compound in real numbers. Two families start their 40s in nearly identical positions. The Garcias and the Nguyens. Combined incomes around $160,000. Retirement accounts around $170,000. Two kids, a modest home. The Garcias upgrade their home at 41. Monthly cost increases by $1,650. 2 years later, David Garcia's car needs replacing. They buy something nicer, adding $680 monthly. When their daughter enrolls at an out-of-state university, they take a parent loan. They temporarily reduce retirement contributions from 15% to 6%. Every individual decision seems completely reasonable. The Nguyens stay in their home. Jennifer had done the math on housing and pushed back when Robert suggested upgrading. The $1,650 monthly difference flows directly into retirement accounts. Robert buys a 3-year-old certified pre-owned vehicle. They have honest conversations with their kids about university costs. Both children attend state universities with merit scholarships. They maintain retirement contributions at 15%, even when college bills create pressure to stop. By 65, the Garcia family has accumulated $690,000. Their retirement projections run out of money at 82. The Nguyen family has $1.7 million. The house is paid off. They retire fully and travel twice a year. Same income range, same decade. 5 categories of decisions made the entire difference. But here is what I find most striking about both of those families. And this is the part that completely reframes the sacrifice narrative around 40s frugality. During their 40s, both families felt equally satisfied with their lives. Research consistently shows that lifestyle inflation provides temporary happiness, typically 18 to 24 months, before people fully adapt to their new baseline. The upgraded house felt exciting for about a year and a half. Then it felt normal. The luxury car provided a genuine thrill for about a year. Then it became just a car. The Garcias did not enjoy their 40s more than the Nguyens. They just spent more. The additional spending provided no lasting satisfaction while permanently constraining every decade that came after it. Here is the reframe. 40s frugality is not sacrifice. It is arbitrage. You are exchanging 10 years of lifestyle upgrades that will feel normal within 2 years anyway, for 30-plus years of genuine financial freedom. The discomfort of maintaining a modest lifestyle in your 40s lasts 1 decade. The reward lasts the rest of your life. The pleasure of lifestyle inflation lasts about 2 years. The consequence lasts 30 years. That is the actual trade. Most people make it without realizing they made a decision at all. Here is your action plan, tailored to wherever you are right now. If you are in your 20s or early 30s, you have foreknowledge. You now understand that your 40s will bring constant, socially acceptable pressure to expand your lifestyle during your peak earning years. Build the savings habit before the pressure arrives. Set up automatic contributions now, even if the amount feels small. The habit is the asset. If you are entering your 40s, you are standing at the most consequential financial inflection point of your life. Audit every major expense right now. Is your housing decision an investment in your life or a signal to your neighborhood? Are your vehicles transportation or status? Is every yes to lifestyle a no to retirement security? The window is open. It will not be for much longer. If you are in your late 40s and recognizing yourself in the wrong story, there is still time. Every additional percentage point you add to your savings rate now improves the outcome. Consider options your lifestyle inflated peers will not. Downsizing housing now, selling expensive vehicles, taking a higher paying job even if it requires change. The tools that can help you run your own projections are in the description below. A retirement calculator, a low-fee brokerage for consistent contributions, and a net worth tracker, so you can see your real financial picture every month. I will leave you with one question. Picture yourself at 70. The morning is quiet. In one version, you are thinking about where to travel next month. In the other, you are calculating whether this month's pension covers your medications. Both versions of that person made their 40s decisions decades ago. Which version are you building toward right now? I am Aria. Drop your current savings rate in the comments. I want to know where you are. I will see you in the next one.